So, you know, that's kind of the way it goes. This thing keeps popping out on me or going out on me. So, I finished spray rinsing this load, and the wash tub is now been filled and vinegared and ready for this stuff to go in. This is one of the first times I've ever actually gone directly from spin tub to wash tub. Usually it's a different process. So let me switch hands and that'll make it a little bit better. I just put the lint filter on, by the way, for you to get the feel of the load with it for a change. I've said before with this machine, the lint filter is an obstruction to a large load, but for a load like this, and I've learned that you gotta do smaller loads, simple as that, especially when rinsing. It has its advantages. I don't know if you can see if I can move in and try to get close enough. See how the water kind of just floats over and into it. So you can understand why a large load is a hindrance, because it won't let things get to the mains to get pulled under. But for a smaller load with enough water action, they can get pulled under the filter as well. just go for a few moments with a different view. So a couple of moments at gentle. Wanted to see that red cloth go down. Let's see if we can get that and be done with this. Alright, I think that's enough of that, and to advance the process, we start the tub emptying while we are moving the clothes over. And since this is a last load, that's why I've got the tub on empty. We'll get her done, and that's it. You notice this has been a long time, these videos and the time involved. In real time it's taken me longer because I've had to pause and let these things sit while I'm making the video and downloading it to my computer and stuff like that. But realistically speaking, twin tubbing does take a long time. But the results are worth it. The clothes come out so much cleaner. It's a lot of fun if you are a hands-on kind of person with your laundry, and I am that kind of person, so what the heck, I don't mind. It's not a big deal. Some people would never want to do this, but everyone has their thing. So for those of you vintage collectors, or for those of you twin tubbers, or for those of you who have never seen a twin tubber, don't know how they work or the differences, even in this case seeing two side by side, the Maytag now is drained and wiped out and everything. It's finished, everything. While the Simplicity, it takes on the hard work. The Maytag does the washing. Either way, whether it was the Hoover or the Simplicity, the Maytag was always only meant to wash the clothes and spin them out, and then it would go to the other machine because it doesn't spin, rinse, and I'm not going to fill and drain that thing 3, 4, or 5 times to rinse clothes. So I have found that lately, while using both of these machines, it is actually quicker to use two machines. and it is a delight, really it is. Not only because twin tubbing is so much fun and I love it and I love these machines, but they are such completely different machines as well, side by side. So therefore you get a different experience with both loads, from the washing to the rinsing. I still think the Simplicity is the ultimate machine. Don't care what anyone else says. I will always say that. And even though I'm not the biggest agitator fan, I find if I use this thing correctly, even with an agitator, it can be just fine. The Maytag, sweet, cute. Actually, it's just a sweet and cute little machine. It's almost adorable. You almost want to hug it. It's so cute. The fins, by the way, in this case are almost off. They are never the same pattern twice, so they grind during the cycle, obviously with the loads. So the way they end up at the end of a wash cycle, they're never equal to how they look or how they are, and that's kind of unique as well. But it's a heavy-duty little machine, that's for sure. It was built to do the job it was built to do. It's tough, it's strong, it's cute. You see there's the front panel I was talking about, by the way. You also notice the colors are not quite the same. I didn't expect them to be side by side, but you also get something in the Maytag that you do not get in the Simplicity, and that is shading. There's a cameo again by George. Hey George, say hi. He's got to have the spotlight. You see the shading in the Maytag that the Simplicity just simply does not have, and I still haven't scraped that stuff off yet, so don't yell at me yet, folks. That should be spin rinsed enough now. It's also draining the wash tub as it was doing that. Again, the Maytag, all dried out, all finished, all done. I can put its piece back in here. Store it back. You notice how the hose just sits very nicely in there. It's got its own little home and place it goes. The thing, I don't know if you can notice, by the way, this is actually angled here. The tub, the spin tub, when I've had the top completely off here, this all goes right into the spin tub all the way to the hose here on an angle, and it catches any overflow from the spin that pushes from in that opening, as you can see, that goes into the spin side, and on the angle it drains it into the wash tub. So it's kind of a built-in overflow thing. So it's really quite interesting. This load is now ready for its rearranging and final spin. And there you will have seen 2 loads washed and 1 rinsed that had been washed yesterday. And again, folks, I will say it's time consuming in a lot of ways, and there are days I wish I could just throw it in the front loader and go, but that front loader has to go. I want it out of here, and I want nothing but my twin tubs. And I still want one more type of twin tub, and that will make me very, very happy after I get that. And that is a GSW Easy / McClary, whichever branded it was at its type, with the spiralator, agitator, and the filter flow system. That's the one I still want to get. It beats this one performance-wise. Quality-wise, I wouldn't know. I've used them, but it was a long, long time ago, and I really don't know. But quality-wise, I don't know what can beat this machine ultimately, even over the Maytag. One of the things, again, to keep in mind about these 2 machines is that why I like the Simplicity also a lot more is not just its size and its performance, design as well. I think it's strikingly beautiful. It's simplistic in its design. The Maytag is as well, don't get me wrong, but the problem with the Maytag is this plastic, too much. The plastic tub, I don't like plastic tubs. Here you get a porcelain tub in my Hoover. I've got a stainless steel, a shiny one. Plastic I don't like. The other is this whole plastic top, as you can see, discolors. I think the best example is, it's probably even in the video pretty obvious. Look how clean the inside of the lid is versus these yellowed edges here. Even to an extent in the groove, you can see how much whiter it is inside here to the yellowing in here. The tub has some, I don't know, staining. My 1980 A50, it has a much cleaner tub, and top is much more scratched up. This one's been damaged though from, I'm not sure what, storage or moving around by the people who had before me, but nonetheless, performance-wise, the thing moves or works and moves around and shakes and does what it's supposed to do. And this and the Simplicity were both barely used. I still think the Simplicity was used less than the Maytag was, but either way, they're both 1970 model. My 1980 Maytag is quite different underneath. This, I think, is a better built Maytag than my 1980. And the strange thing is I think that both this Simplicity here and this Maytag are going to be around for a very, very long time. And that's a good thing. I like that. I'm going to give this a rinse out now. For any of you vintage collectors or people who are just watching this because you're bored and have nothing else to watch, the neat thing is that when I say that I think these kind of machines will be around for a long time, I really do believe that. I believe these are going to outlast a lot of the new machines. It's strange to go back to 1970s technology, but at the same time it's a lot of fun. The Maytag, a bit problematic. Sorry, I'm moving the camera all over here as I'm doing two things. I'm unloading here, but I'm trying to show you the tub while it's raining. The Maytag's a lot of fun, but seriously, if I had to have just one machine, it would be this one. And as I say, when I get that GSW Easy / McClary machine, that's going to be the ultimate of the collection, and I'll see side by side how that works. And these whites, you know, look at that, fluffy, white, clean. I'm very happy with that. The Simplicity, by the way, is a bit of a nasty one for the draining. Being electric, it doesn't drain as fast as the spin-driven one do, obviously. But it's also the fact that this particular pump, I don't know. I think that there's maybe a bit of an issue. I got to get under there and look at it. Either it gets air gaps, or it's got some hair gathered and built up under it from lint and me having two cats. But it tends to be really slow and nasty at the end of it all. You see how it gets built up again under the agitator. It's not as quick as I'd like it to be for draining. So really that's about it. I'm going to wipe the machine down and get it ready to be put away and all that kind of stuff. You don't need to watch all that boring stuff. I think I'll end it here, even though I'm wiping as I talk. What I'll do is get this stuff put away. I do want to just give you one quick show of the Maytag. There's that load that came out of this simplicity that could go in the basket instead of being sit on there. What I want to do is show you the Maytag in its place where I have it in my small bathroom, not because I want to show off my bathroom, but just to show you how it sits so quietly, so casually in this small space, and is so compact. It's amazing. It's a wonderful little machine. So I'm going to pause for a few minutes here and get this put away, and then I'll finish off by showing you that.